we will start with the prayers. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Sharada Sharadam Bhoja Vadana Vadanam Bhuje Sarvada Sarvada Smakam Sannidhim Kriyat Shri Sharada Parameshwadhyai Namaha. Vakyakaram Vararuchim Bhashyakaram Patanjalim Paninim Sutrakarancha Pranatosmi Munitrayam. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. So once again namaste to all those who joined just now. Are you all ready for the dictation?
Namaste Guru.
Namaste Guruji.
Namaste, namaste. Shall we start?
Yes, Guruji.
Okay, good. The first word, like that, that what that Amitabh Bachchan saying in the KBC. The first question, the first word coming to you is Akashah. 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 The second is Ishwarah. 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 Third, Uruh. 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 Fourth word, Oshtah. Oshtah.
Guruji, excuse me, may I request a little bit slower because I
Slower?
have to think.
Okay, okay, I will go slow, no problem.
I have to think a little.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not...
I can understand. I can understand. I can understand.
Thank
I'll
you.
go slow, no problem. So, did you get the three words? First three?
Well, I got the first one, and I know the second one is Ishvara, but I was kind of thinking about how.
Uruhu.
Okay. Okay. Uruhu.
Uruhu. Okay.
Thank
you.
Fourth is
Uruhu.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear it properly. Uruhu. Dirgham. Okay.
Dirgha. Uruhu.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I got.
Then fourth is Oshtah. Oshtah. Oshtah.
Okay,
got it? Shall I go to the next word?
Yes, yes, Guruji.
Kirtihi. 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 Got it? Next word. Krishnaha. 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 Next word, seventh word. Kaivalyam. 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 Next word, khadya. 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 Next one, grihasthaha. 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 10th word, gocharaha. Gocharaha.
गोचरः और कोचरः.
Gocharaha. Not go. Gocharaha. Then next word, chandraha. 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 Got it? Next word, churnam. Churnam.
Can you say it one more time?
Yeah, 4 times I will tell. Don't
Chu-
Churnam. Churnam. Churnam.
Nam.
Churnam.
Churnam.
Next, cheshta. Cheshta. Cheshta.
Is it J? Is it Jeshta? Jeshta? Okay.
Cha. Chakara. Cheshta.
Oh,
In Bengali, they say the cheshta korbena. Cheshta.
oh.
Cheshta. Next word, chaya. 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 Fifteenth word, jeerna. 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 16th word,
No.
jhatika. 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 17.
15th word one more time.
Jeerna. Jeerna. Then 16th was Jhatika. Jhatika. 17th word Tika. 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 18th word Patha. 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 19th word Pidita. 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 And last word Rudihi. Rudihi. Rudihi.
What is the 19th word?
Pidita.
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 Pakaraji.
Bakara.
Can you repeat 1 to 3? I came a bit late. 1 to 3.
Yeah, I will repeat. Let me finish, then I will repeat 1, 2, 3. Okay. Last word Rudihi. 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 So Shaijan, first word Akashah.
Akash. Yes.
First word Akashah. Second word Ishwarah.
Yes, Ji.
Third word Uruhu.
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 Not Uluhu. Uruhu.
Uruhu.
Yeah, Uruhu.
Yes, yes.
So all of you have got all the words?
Yeah.
Very good. See, the degree of difficulty will slightly go on increasing depending upon whether you are practicing all the conjunct consonants. Okay.
Yes.
Because I am taking all these words from the books I have given you only. I am not bringing any outside words at this stage. Okay. Because you are more familiar with what you are learning. So I am just giving you practice of that. And this dictation is not a test. It is just a practice. It is abhyasa for you to, learn these alphabets and conjunct consonants better so that you can recall. And that what Adriana said is very good. When you write, you must think. Even if you are going to take a little extra time, doesn't matter. Think and write so that you don't commit a mistake. Okay, good. So that's fine. Now we will go to our scary topic.
Grammar.
I was expecting only
It's
half
not
the
scary.
students. Not scary, yeah. I
It's
was
not
expecting only half the students. No, I'm just joking. Don't take it seriously. I know that you have all joined this class for, out of your enthusiasm and your interest for learning the language. So obviously won't be scared. But I can tell you one thing. This Subantam is easier than Tingantam. You know the reason? The reason is, in a sentence, we will come across only one Tingantam, but we will come across several Subantam. As I explained to you in the last class, the answers to the question who is doing, when he is doing, how he is doing, all these words are all expressed in Subhantam. And they are all connected to the Tingantam, which is the verb. So verb is one, whereas the nouns will be many. So when you are going into the text or reading any sentence and all that, you will come across a lot of nouns than verbs. So as you go along, this Subhantam will become much more easier than Tingantam. In Tingantam, you have to, as I gave you the chart, for each lakara, 9 Parasmaipadi, that is Ting Pratyaya, and 9 Atmanepadi, Atmanepadi, Ting Pratyaya. Like that, we have got 10 lakaras. Imagine how many Tingantams you will have to remember. Whereas in Subhantam, it is only 21. And some changes for feminine gender and ekavachan, bahuvachan and all that. That is singular, plural and all. So Subhantam is far more easy and simpler than Tingantam. That's why in many teachers, mostly they start with Subhantam only. But I thought, let me start with Tingantam, because if Subhantam remains fresh in your mind, and when we go to the text, the Subhantam will be more, you will relate more to Subhantam. It actually doesn't matter which order you do, but mostly they start with Subhantam and then go to the Tingantam. I just took a different route, that's all. So anyhow, the last class I was explaining to you, when we closed, that a particular noun, Subhantam, I gave you the example of also Mitra. Any noun can have more than one meaning. Mitra means friend. And Mitra also is a name of the sun. S-U-N, sun, not S-O-N. S-U-N, sun god, sun, Mitra. When you are using it in the sense of a friend, Mitra, it takes Napumsaka Lingam, the neuter gender. Whereas when you are actually using the word Mitra in the sense of a sun god, then it takes Pullinga, the masculine gender. So this is another variation which we need to understand. It's not only that we know the meaning of the noun, we have to look at the context, that in what meaning that particular noun is used. Of course, I should tell you that this is not the case with all the nouns. Rather, some nouns have got more than one meaning, right? Otherwise, you will not come across too many words having multiple meanings and all that. Whereas verbs, you will come across verbs with different meanings belonging to different ganas and all that. As I gave you the example of aap, 5th gana and 10th gana, both, that aap is there. Anyhow, so this gender is, we were talking about the genders, how to determine the genders. The first rule is that in the language, gender is fixed, so that is what we have to understand. There is no way that we can actually, discover a gender from a word. The word may be referring to a feminine gender person, but the word, the noun itself may be masculine in the language. Like Dara, I told you the example of Dara. And then the thumb rule, I told you that generally words which are ending with akara, the dirgha, akara or ikara, all these words normally will be striling. But this is only a thumb rule. There will be exceptions to this rule also. So this is something we were seeing in the last class. Now, there are certain pratipadikas Especially as I told you, the adjectives. They are also pratipadikas only, or they are also padams only, adjectives. They don't have any gender of their own. But that for those words, the gender is given depending upon what that particular adjective qualifies, the noun which it qualifies. So, when we say a tall tree, dirgha vrikshaha, vrikshaha is pulling. So, in this context, we will have to take it as dirgaha vrikshaha. So, dirgaha will take the pulling pratyaya, supratyaya. Dirgaha. So, dirgaha vrikshaha will be a pulling. Similarly, taking the example of a feminine noun, which is the word mala. Mala means a garland. And as I told you, this is akara ending, like mala. It's a dirga a. So we can guess this must be striling. It is striling also. Similarly, the word lata, also striling, because akara is there. Mind you, this is not a rule. It's only a sort of an indicative rule, rather, thumb rule. So here mala happens to be strilinga. And this shukla means white. This is the adjective for the word mala. We want to say shukla mala, that is white garland, we want to say. So the mala is the striling with the striling pratyaya. So shukla also will take the striling pratyaya, and that will be expressed as shukla mala. Understand? So we have to be careful.
Raghuji, I have one question. So can I define this as the word qualifying the noun must be the same gender as the noun? Would that be correct if I
Yes,
say that?
yes,
Normally.
yes. No, not normally, always.
Normally.
Always.
Okay, okay, always.
Always. Okay. Whenever you are finding an adjective qualifying a noun. Because what happens is, in a sentence, when you look at it, if you analyze a sentence, many times there will be one verb, or mostly 99%, or there may be no verb also. As I told you, implied verbs may be there. But there will not be two verbs in a sentence. One verb will be there. Then there will be nouns. Other words, let us put it other padam. In the other padam, there may be one or two nouns and other words which qualify those nouns. So the words which are qualifying the nouns, they will take the same gender as the noun which they are qualifying. And this is always, this is not generally, this is always the rule. The adjectives which qualify the noun will go in the same gender which the noun, in which the noun is expressed, rather. So this you must remember. As I said, I'm just giving you all this to familiarize you with how the language structure is, right? So another example we take, it's a neutral gender example. Now phala is fruit. Phalam is a fruit is called a phalam or a phala. Now we want to say the fallen fruit. So the word to fall is patita. So when we are using patita with the word phala, because phala is a neutral gender and it is ending with phalam, we will say Patitam phalam or phalam patitam. The same thing, suppose you want to say fallen garland. What we will say? We will say
Patita mala.
mala. So the adjective will change according to the change of the gender of the noun it qualifies. This much you understand for the present, that is enough, more than enough in fact. So as I was telling you, the ending letter is an important indication of the gender in terms of how the pratipadika declines. For some pratipadikas, I mean, there are again exceptions, the manner of declension is not only influenced by the last letter, but also by the last two letters or how the word was derived. These are all little advanced ones. We will see the details of all these things later. So now the question is, what do you mean by this ending letter? If you remember from the last class, the way the pratipadikas are expressed in the language, they are called, akara ending, a anta hai, e anta hai, akaranta hai, ikaranta hai, ukaranta hai, depending upon how the pratipadika is ending, or nakaranta hai, sakaranta hai. So the last letter of the pratipadika is an indication for us how that pratipadika should be declined. Because in the declension of pratipadika also some additional rules come. If it is sakara, this rule will apply. If it is nakara ending, this rule will apply and all that. So this is one more aspect of the gender and this ending letter. These two things will determine how the pratipadika is declined, right? So this is another aspect which is there. So as I was telling you, the letters in Sanskrit are named by adding kara, which we have been seeing right from the probably second or third class, right? So akara, akara, sakara, nakara, all these are ordered. And then a is added after the consonant before the kara for the purpose of pronunciation, right? This we have seen just now. And the pratipadikas are given conventional names according to two ways of classification, which is gender and also ending letter. So for example, when you write Rama, the address of that Rama, which is a pratipadika, it is a ending, and it is also a pullinga pratipadika. So the way we will express the pratipadika Rama is akaranta pullinga pratipadikam. So this is how the address of the pratipadika Rama will be taken in the language. So the moment you are told or you understand a particular pratipadikam you come across, you know that it is an akaranta pullinga pratipadikam. Immediately all the rules, grammar rules relating to the declension of a akaranta pullinga pratipadikam should apply. And then you will get the declensions. Similarly, mala. Mala is a ending strilinga pratipadika. So akaranta strilinga pratipadikam is mala. This is the address of the pratipadikam mala. What is mala? Akaranta. The moment you say akaranta, immediately, oh, this could be a strilinga. You can check it up also in the dictionary whether to confirm whether in the initial stages you may require that to check up in the dictionary. But as you go along, you will become familiar. Oh, mala is akaranta strilinga. Straight away you will say. So akaranta strilinga pratipadikam. Then all the rules relating to akaranta strilinga pratipadikam recall, apply, and then you get all the 21 forms of akaranta strilinga pratipadikam. Similarly, watch. There is a Pratipadikam watch. It is a ich ending, or what we can say chakara ending. Now you should know the gender. If you don't know the gender, refer to the dictionary. It will say watch. It is Strilinga. So chakaranta Strilinga Pratipadikam is this word. So whatever is applicable to a Strilinga Pratipadika, the rules which are applicable to a Strilinga Pratipadika, and also the rules which are applicable to this Chakara ending Pratipadika, all will apply. See, Panini has done this beautiful work. That is why he has used in this watch, this Chakara is a it letter. He calls the indicative letter. So this letter actually indicates how this particular Pratipadikam va is to be, or watch is to be declined rather. So he has used all these things, in a very, very brilliant way. The moment you see the address of the Pratipadika, you will know this is how it declines. Similarly, Manas. Manas is a Sakara ending Pratipadika and it's a neuter gender. Napumsaka Linga Pratipadika. So Sakaranta Napumsaka Linga Pratipadika. Address of Manas. So this is how, when you come across these Pratipadikams, once you see the Pratipadikam in your mind, you must form the address. Oh, this is what Mala. Mala is a Akaranta Strilinga Pratipadikam. So this should, what these rules, this rule should apply, this rule should apply, this rule should apply. That is how you must actually understand and then do the declension of these words. The easier way to do that, as I told you, is initially just memorize all, a few Pratipadikams or a few declensions. But that will have a very limited use, because if you come across a new Pratipadikam, you will not know how to decline that. You will commit mistakes. So that is why I prefer the rule going to a little detail, in the sense that I'm trying to understand all the rules as much as possible. And then keep that in the back of the mind, and any new Pratipadikam you come across, you will be able to easily make out this is, how it should decline. And it should, for purpose, declension is important because that is how you have to use it in the language, right? So that is something to do with the genders. And sometimes, earlier we saw the single letter ending Pratipadikas. There are sometimes words or Pratipadikas which have got two letter ending. Atman. Atman is unending Pratipadika. It's a Pullinga Pratipadika. Similarly, Yogin is a in-ending Pratipadika. So there it was only Sakara or Chakara. Here it is un, in and all, two letters. So again the same address, Ananta Pullinga Pratipadika, Inanta Pullinga Pratipadika is what will be the address. And this un and in will indicate the way they decline. So these rules and all we will see. Okay. Sorry. And another aspect is, I will deal with these suffix endings later when we come to the Panchavrittaya. But here I'm just take some examples. Some Pratipadikas have to be identified by how the Pratipadikas are derived because of the differences in declension. For example, this Bhagavat Pratipadika is there. Actually, this Bhagavat, there is a pratyaya called Matu pratyaya. Matu pratyaya is a Pullinga pratyaya. So the Bhagavat will be a Pullinga Pratipadika, and we will refer to it as Mattvanta Pullinga Pratipadikam. Similarly, Pachat. Pachat is a Shatra ending, Shatra Pratyaya ending Pullinga Pratipadika. So we'll say Shatranta Pullinga Pratipadikam. So these are all, the way, how to identify the Pratipadika. Once you you see the Pratipadika, fix the address of the Pratipadika as to what is the ending letter. That you have to be very careful to identify the ending letter, because there you can actually use another methodology, which is the elimination methodology. For example, this word Bhagavat, one can take Takara ending Pratipadika, right? Now, when you go to a dictionary, you will see Bhagavat, they will say Matu ending. So the other alternative is, when you see this Takara, it will be Matu ending Pratipadika. So like that, by process of elimination also in the initial stages, you will be able to understand what is the ending of this Pratipadika and how it should decline. So this is some very, some few details here and there, I'm giving you. So Ajanta Pratipadika is another way they say. Ajanta means that which ends in any vowel, ach. They are all called Ajanta Pratipadika. That is another way it is described in the language rather. And Halanta Pratipadika. So at the top level, there are only two, only Ajanta or Halanta, ending in a vowel or ending in a consonant. That's all. But that is not sufficient for us. Reason being that even within Ajanta, that is Akaranta Pratipadika will decline differently from Akaranta Pratipadika. Because everything will come under Ajanta only. So these are all the, some of the terminologies and all, if you come across, you should remember and recall. Starting, this is a Ajanta Pratipadika. Then within Ajanta, this is a Akaranta Pratipadika. Like that, you have to understand. Okay. Now we will come to Supratyaya. So a Supratyaya indicates two things. As we have already seen, one is a Vibhakti, the case, first case, second case, Pratama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi. Like that, 7 Vibhaktis it indicates, the Supratyaya. Su aujas, aushas, thabhyam bhis, kebhyam bhyas, like that, right? Yasibhyam bhyas. So you have to memorize this. Easy to memorize. Once you memorize this, then automatically you will know the 21 and put a chart, you will know which is which, where what goes what, right? So first to 7, these 7 cases, they are called Vibhakti Arthas. First case, second case, third case, what they represent, Vibhakti Arthas, right? And then the second thing which they indicate is the Vachanam. Vachanam means singular, dual, plural. Su, au, jas, when we say, what does it mean? Su is ekavachanam, singular. Au is dvivachanam, dual. And jas is plural, bahuvachanam. And just becomes aha, as I told you in the example of Rama. So Ramaha, Rama plus Su, Ramaha. Because the Sakara becomes Visarga. I have already told you that. Then Rama plus Au, Ramau. Dual, 2 Ramas. Then Rama plus Jas. That is Rama plus Aha, Ramaha. More than 2 Ramas. So when we say Bahuvachanam or plural, it indicates more than 2. It can be any number from 3 to infinity. Everything is referred, all that is referred by Bahuvachanam plural. So by these 2 factors, Vibhakti and Vachanam, that is the case and the number, every suffix of the 21 supratyaya becomes unique. Su will apply only in Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. It will not apply anywhere else. So everything becomes unique rather. So let us now understand what these supratyayas convey. In fact, we'll come to that little later. Let me complete this also. There are certain Pratipadikas. Oh, sorry, I think this we have already seen. Why it is going back here? Some problem. Something is repeating. Yes, I think this is what. Some extra slides that got repeated. My mistake. So, let us just understand what is the meaning. Yes, we briefly seen that, but we will see again, we will revise our memory. So these are the vibhaktis. Vibhakti means the classes, the cases, classification. Prathama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Shashti, Saptami, and Sambodhana Prathama. And now instead of Suau, Jas and all that, I have now converted these pratyas into their second form. Not the final form, second form. Su becomes is after removing the it letter or the indicative letter. Au is au. Just becomes us because ja is the indicatory letter there, that in just. Then au as, abhyam bhis, ebhyam bhyas, asbyam bhyas, as os am, e o su, us au as. This is what su au jas, au shas, tabhyam bis, ngebhyam bhyas, all that is converted in the second level after removing the it letters or the indicative letters, you get this form. But this again is not the final form. As I told you, this sakara further undergoes a change. Wherever you see this sakara, right? Here, 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 all this will become, and here will become visarga. So this will become visarga, this will become visarga, this will become visarga. So this will become bihi, right? And this will become byaha. So this as will become visarga in the next round of conversion. So now when in the prathama, as I told you, it is nominative. It is the subject in a sentence is expressed in the first vibhakti, prathama vibhakti, and singular is expressed with this aha and au as. I just gave you the example of Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha, where Rama plus as will become two eyes there, so it will become dirgha. Ramaha, right? So this is the nominative case, which is the subject in a sentence. Then second, au as, Ramam, Ramau, Ramaha, right? The accusative, the object of the transitive verb, Ramam, right? That's the object. Then tritiya, Ramam, this here, tritiya becomes, it takes different forms, pullinga different, strilinga different and all that. In the case of Rama, it becomes Ramena, and then Ramabhyam, then Ramaihi, right? So, because this Rama Shabdam, even though it is taught first in the language, it is the it has got more exception than the general rule. We'll see all that is very interesting, right? But that is in first one. So it's an instrumental case. So what meaning it conveys is by, with, or by means of. So the particular action which it is representing, that verb, what is the instrument being used for achieving that action? What is being used? For example, is Rama is walking with his legs. That will come in that because with his padena, with his legs. So that it will come in the third case, right? So then the fourth is Chaturthi. Chaturthi is, as I told you, it represents the meaning to or for. So when you say to Rama, so this A becomes Ya, Ramaya. It will come. Ramaya means to Rama. Ramabhyam to two Ramas. It will become Ramebhyaha to many Ramas. Right? Or it also goes for Rama. Right? And this is very, very commonly used in all the archanas and all the puja and all we do. Ramaya Namaha, Krishnaya Namaha, and all that example is there. So this is Chaturthi. This is all to Rama, my salutations, to Krishna, my salutation, to Lakshmi, my salutations, like that, right? Then fifth case, ablative, called ablative. It is this is apadana, from where an action is taking place, out of, and also than. These all these meanings this will come, right? Vanat, from the forest, Vanat, right? From Rama, Ramat. So please get this from Rama. Then there will say Ramat, from Rama, right? Then sixth, as I told you, is it doesn't connect with the verb. It actually connects the nouns, the relationship between the nouns. So off, for example, you will say the hands of Rama. So there is no connection with the verb there. It is the two nouns which are hands and Rama are connecting. Whenever that happens, we use the sixth case. Then seventh case is this is locative case, which is in, where the action is happening, in, on, at, or among. These four meanings will come where the seventh case is used rather. Okay. So, for example, Rame, say, Rame means in Rama, something is happening. So, or Grihe, you can say, that's more better example. Grihe, Vane, when E becomes A. So, Vane, Grihe, and all, so the place where that particular action, the verb which connects to this is happening. And Sambodhana Pratama, I told you, He Rama, addressing a person. He Rama, He Rama, He Rama. That is the Sambodhana. Okay. So these are the vibhaktis and their meanings. And the objective of learning Subhantam is, first of all, identify the Pratipadika, Vibhakti and Vachana. Once you see a particular noun, a particular padam, which is a noun in a sentence, you must immediately be able to identify what is this Pratipadika, what is the Vibhakti, and what is the Vachana. So whether it is first case, second case, and all. Once you identify this, if you know the meaning of that Pratipadika, if you know the Vibhakti, which Vibhakti it is used, and which Vachana it is used, you will know the word of the meaning of that particular word. Full, in what sense that is being conveyed, that you will know. So Subhantam Padam will be marked in the format. There are different formats people use. For example, to start with, Subhantam is equal to Pratipadikam plus Sup. It is Vibhakti, Vachanam, we have to know of that, right? Because the Sup will be giving you the Vibhakti and Vachanam. Example, Ramaya, as I told you, Rama plus Chaturthi Ekavachanam. Fourth place singular. And we will actually express this fourth case singular, and this is a notation we follow in our Gurukulam. It is not a very, I wouldn't say this is a very common notation. It's just our convenience. It helps us to remember. It helps us to mark. Because in a sentence, there are a lot of nouns are there. You read the sentence and you want to start understanding, bifurcating the sentence and identify the verb first. So you identify the verb and you find out which lakara it is and which purusha it is and which vachana it is. Right. So you will know that you will mark it. I will tell you about the marking also little later, more detailed way I will tell you. So when you mark that, then others are all nouns. In the nouns, there could be two types of nouns. One is three types, in fact. One is nouns which decline, and nouns which decline but they are adjectives, and nouns which don't decline at all. And they are called avyaya. We will see avyaya also. So in order to say that chaturthi ekavachanam, we will put it as 4/1. So the moment you put Rama and 4/1, you understand this is fourth chaturthi vibhakti and ekavachana. It's just a notation for our convenience we use. And it is very useful in the initial stages of learning, rather, to use these notations to mark the words in a sentence. So that afterwards, when you are actually putting all the meanings together, you will exactly be able to translate that sentence in whatever language that you want to translate. Then the second objective of learning is, once you have put 4/1, or in the previous example, what is the meaning of that vibhakti? What does the fourth vibhakti or chaturthi vibhakti convey? What is the meaning? As I told you, to, for, and all, it conveys rather. And how it is connected in the sentence. And one of the important things that we have to understand is that before analyzing a sentence, or even during the course of analysis, we must keep in mind what is the intention of the person who is conveying that sentence. What is the intent of that sentence? That context in which the sentence is being said has to be kept in mind. Then you will be able to actually arrive at the meaning. If it has got 2-3 meanings, a particular pratipadika has 2 meanings or 3 meanings. So in which meaning you should take that pratipadika will depend upon the context of that sentence. And the context of that sentence will be known to us, will be clear to us from the akanksha. What does this sentence intend to convey? And that, as I told you, in the form of asking and answering the questions. Right? Now, let us take an example. I think we will have time. We will see this. Otherwise, I'll repeat it in the next class. Ramaha, this halantam, I think when I'm typing, this mistake comes often rather. Ramaha Sitaya Saha Pushpani Pashyati. This is the word. Simple English translation is, Rama along with Sita is looking at flowers. This is what it is. So first we locate the Tingantam Padam in this. Which is the Tingantam Padam? Pashyati.
Pashyati.
Correct. So Pashyati first we locate and mark it, because Pashyati is the dhatu is Drish dhatu, not Pash dhatu. There is no Pash dhatu. The dhatu is Drish, but it takes the form Pashyati, changes the form. As I told you, when you add this, the Vikarana Pratyaya and all these things, many dhatus undergo a lot of change rather. Right? So the moment you know Pashyati is Drish dhatu, you write Drish within bracket 1p. 1p means first gana Parasmai Pada. And what does it say? Lat Kartari 3-1. So all these things is conveyed, right? This is Gana is conveyed, Parasmai Padam is conveyed, Lakara is conveyed, Prayoga, Kartari means active voice is conveyed, and also 3-1, which is third person singular. All this, when you write like this, Pashyati, and put all these symbols, you will know that this pashyati actually, means this entire thing. And from that, you will immediately understand. If you know the meaning of this word drish, you will know what pashyati conveys. If you are able to decipher this pashyati in this particular manner. Then once you have done that, mark all the subandha padas. Subandham, in this, apart from this, all are subandhams. Ramaha, Sitaya, Saha, Pushpani, all are subandhams. That's why I told you, in a sentence, you will have one Tingantam and many subandhams. It's only a small sentence with 5 words. You just imagine a sentence with some 10 words. One will be Tingantam, all other will be subandham. Maximum some other Kridantam or something, 1 or 2 may be there. Some Taddita and all will be there. But otherwise, mostly will be Subandham. So you will get more practice of Subandham while reading and understanding a sentence than you will get practice of Tingantam. Okay. So how do you mark the Subandham? Like Ramaha. Ramaha is what? First case singular, right? So we will mark it as 1-1. Ramaha 1-1. Then Sitaya. Sitaya is what? Saha is coming. So Saha is a third case. It is used in third case meaning, right? So Sitaya will be third case, Striling, third case, third case and singular, Sitaya. And Saha is along with or with. It is actually a non-indeclinable. When it is indeclinable, then we put a 0 here like this. That shows that it is indeclinable. It doesn't become saha, sahau, saha like that. No, saha remains saha. Anywhere you use it, right? Then pushpani. Pushpani means flowers. So this is what? Pushpam, this is a napumsakalingam. Pushpam, pushpo, pushpani. So flowers. Third. So this is, it's an object of pashyati, right? So even though pushpani is first case plural also pushpani, second case plural also pushpani, because it is an object of this verb pashyati, it will come in second case, right? So pushpani is 2/3 second case plural. So when you get a sentence like this and you start marking that based upon your understanding like this, you can then translate it very easily, understand the meaning of the sentence very easily. What each of these things convey. Very easy to understand, right? So it's time now. So we will close today and then continue on next Wednesday. Okay. I'll say the prayers and then take questions. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you all. Any questions?
Thank you, Raghu.
Raghuji, I have two questions.
One by one. Thank you can say all of together. Questions one by one.
Thank you, Guruji.
I have two questions. It is not a statement. You were talking about second case Bahuvachanam. It says that us converts to on. That the second case Ramam Ramau.
Ramaha Ramam. Ramah Ramau Ramaha Ramam Ramau Raman.
Raman. That's what I thought. I heard it as Ramaha. I thought that's what I meant.
I must have mistaken.
The recollection from college days.
Rama.
Another, when you said Manas is Napumsakalingam, but even it can come in Pullingam also. Some of the words ending in
I will come to that.
Can come in Pullingam also, right?
You see, there are some.
Oh, you have not come. Okay.
I have not come to that. Yeah, too many information, then you will all run away. Next class, only 3 people will be there. See,
Yeah,
there
I
are
know, I know.
there are
Suddenly I
lot
had
of
a doubt.
aspects.
I am also
Yeah, there are many Pratipadikas
okay.
which are used in all three genders. All that is there.
Oh, I see.
Pullinga, Strilinga,
Okay.
Napumsakalinga, you can
Okay.
use some
Okay.
Pratipadikas in all genders. Yeah. That we'll come to all that. Don't worry.
Guruji. Sir,
Yeah.
for like for
Okay.
dictation, I think for this also we
I
need
got
lot of
thrown off
practice.
by such.
Yeah, everything's practice only. Practice only. We will do that practice. As long as practice is required, we will do it. I say, see,
Thank you.
this is just, I'm just familiarizing you that these are all the things involved in the language. Each and every aspect we will study it in more detail with lot of examples and lot of practice also. Lot of practical sentences we will use and then bifurcate. We will learn to how to do all this process, which I am very in a capsule form. I am giving you that now. But each and every aspect we will go in detail. Don't worry. And we will try to combine it with practical lessons and all from the book and all that, so that we are able to, actually speaking, let me put it this way. There's something called Sarvanama. Sarvanama is the pronouns. You have to learn that also. So whenever we come across those things, we will practice those pronouns, aham, idam, and all those things we will practice. So it will be a combination of both grammar, how grammar is used in the practical, texts and all that. We will try to combine both, and the learning process will be a double engine driven.
Guruji,
Yeah.
Guruji, there is a Roman numeral next to the Pashyati.
Yeah.
Does it have to, what does it define?
That Roman numeral defines that it is a third person. 3 Roman means a third person, right? Because Pashyati, as we saw when we saw Tingantam, is a tip, right? That is the pratyaya, Pashyati. So the ti pratyaya, when it comes Pashyati, the ti pratyaya is a third person. He sees, she sees, it sees. Pashyati, singular. Pashyati, pashyatah, pashyanti, singular, dual, plural, right? So when we see this word pashyati, we need to identify it as third person singular of the dhatu drish. And that we will identify from the pratyaya ti. So the moment we identify, and so that we don't later on forget what we have identified, we will mark it as Roman 3/1, means third person singular.
Thank you.
Understand? Okay. Any more question?
Dhanyavadaha, Guru.
Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha.
Namaste, Guruji. Namaste.
Thank you all. So we'll close today and continue
Thank
next
you.
Wednesday. Hari Om.
Namaskaram, Guruji.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om,
Hari
Guruji.
Om. Hari Om. Hari Om.
We'll see
Hari
you
Om,
tomorrow.
Guruji.
Tomorrow, yes,
Some
yeah.
of us
Tattva
will see
Bodha
you
students, we will see tomorrow. Yes. And the students who are in Vishnu Sahasranamam, we will see on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have 3 days in a row with you.
Yeah, we have 3 days in a row. Yeah. In fact, we have 4 days. People, 5 days, 5 also, 5 okay, because
That's nice.
yesterday
namaskar.
I didn't have a class. So today morning I had Atma Bodha class. So there are some people, 1 or 2 students in Atma Bodha. In fact, I think the common person is Rajagopal, my friend, my classmate. He is there in Atma Bodha, he is there in Sanskrit, he is there in Tattva Bodha, he is there in Vishnu Sahasranam also. So, and he is a Swami Paramarthananda's follower also. So that is the thing. So anyhow, we will see. We will meet each other. Keep meeting every day almost. Okay.
Atma Bodha is at what hours, Raghuji? Atma Bodha class every Thursday, is it?
See, Atma Bodha is
Atma Bodha.
no 2 days in a week. In fact, Atma Bodha I am teaching to the students in my senior students, I can call them, in Nana Nani, who have already done Tattva Bodha, Sadhana Panchakam, Kathopanishad and all.
Tattva Bodha, that's what I thought.
So Tattva Bodha is the first one you have to study.
Bodha.
Without Tattva Bodha, you
Yes,
should not go forward. So that's why I started Tattva Bodha here. And
Atma
Atma
Bodha,
Bodha
yes.
and all, one should come after finishing Tattva Bodha, understanding the basic concepts of Vedanta, right?
After,
So those people, the students in Nana Nani,
yes,
they're all
yes, I
already
understand.
done.
Yes,
1.5
yes.
2 years, they've been
Yes.
studying with me. So for them, I have taken Atma Bodha now. So
Okay.
they were
All right.
asking me to take Viveka Chudamani, and I told them that Swamiji is taking Viveka Chudamani. You listen there for the present. That's also going to end now.
Yes, yes, sir.
So anyhow, I think he
Thank
has
you,
announced
thank you.
next one is 40 Nididhyasana slokas from Viveka Chudamani.
Vivek Ramaya.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
108
yes.
slokas. Yes, sir.
108
So you have the
is
link, sir,
I'm
for that?
going to
Yes.
finish.
Over. Yeah.
Okay, anyhow, let me go for my
Over.
evening Sandhya Vandanam. Hari Om. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hari
Thank
Om.
you.
Hari Om.